You know, Martin, there's always a day to rejoice when Marvel puts out a new trailer. The world just stops.
And then I got this job. This family. But nothing lasts forever.
When you're done, you can wipe your ass with that shirt from dtmerch.com.
I was doing that anyway.
Yeah, we're going to do that anyway. Do it with that Black Tea with the White logo. Oh, you know what? I think we got something. The color of your diarrhea right there. Look at that. Nobody would know the difference. Oh, we got slides. Slide that foot right up your ass with that. Oh, we got phone covers. We got, hey, you know what? Look at that. We got the cups in here just in case you
can't make it to the bathroom.
Yeah, you just piss the shit right in there. They're big, man.
so aggressively. We got the coffee cup, bust you upside your head with it. We got this, we wipe your ass with it. Got a slide, put my foot up your ass.
Yeah. Buy this shit. We have this new trailer for Black Widow. The movie, by the way, that you asked for. Yes. Even you, Billy Dukes. And yes, even you. All of you asked for this. And it should have been just like any other day, man. Everybody should have been sitting up here like, God damn, you see that Black Widow trailer? Ooh, I can't wait to see that shit. But that was some people, but not as many as it was before. You know, I don't know what's happening. What's going on with this? Marvel dropped something, everybody's supposed to cheer, except this girl did not get any of that. Could it be that Marvel is just getting old now? You know, it's Scorsese, right? Did he actually? You know,
he saw this movie first.
He saw it?
Yeah.
That or Scorsese just said snap.
Snap that shit away.
He snapped that shit away. What's going on with this? Like I said, it's not everybody. And I'm going to tell you something. Full disclosure right now before we even start. I'm kind of cool with the trailer. You know, it didn't rock my world, but I'm cool with it. I like it. For a few reasons, which I can tell you why. But let's go ahead and try to explore some of these reasons why people are probably not going as crazy over Black Widow as we thought they originally would. And we'll do that right after watching the trailer, which you have not seen yet, sir.
So we're gonna talk like grown-ups?
Is that what we are?
Okay, you're a terrible shot if you can't stop it from grabbing that shit like that. You know, if you can't stop somebody from grabbing your gun, what you doing with a gun in the first place?
Well, the whole idea with a gun is that you don't get close.
Yeah.
Right. You don't get that close so they can grab it.
A bullet goes like that. You could have just pulled the trigger and shot her ass. You ain't even got to shoot. All you got to do is be like, psych. You know, you can even pull it away. Of course, that's her sister too, so she don't want to shoot her. Jesus.
It's good to see you too, sis.
I like the trailer. And the reason why I like the trailer, let me just get this out the way because I don't want people to think that what I'm saying about any of the things that I might mention that could be considered negative as to why people are not going crazy over this. They do not reflect the opinions of Corey Coleman or the rest of Double Toasted, I'm sure. I saw Martin over there cheering. Martin had a chuckle
I'm
too.
excited.
Martin was the whole time, you know, and I can tell because Martin, you know, he look at me like, don't you talk shit about this. Don't you make fun of this. You don't like it. He's like, I know, I'm enjoying this. Don't you talk shit. Billy, I'm sure you liked it too.
It's all right.
Okay, so you know.
No, I don't know as much about the comics. See, when he just got rallied over something, I have no idea what that reference is.
You know what? I'll explain that to
Harbour.
you in a little bit. Now, the reason why I like it because they're going back to something that they did earlier with the Marvel movies. You know, they're going back to making something that feels like a spy thriller. You know, not so much on the superhero side of things.
Right,
I mean,
right.
It might be by the time we see it.
Sure.
But, you know, pulling back a little bit, going into why people might not like it as much. And we'll talk to you, Chat, in a little bit and get your opinion on it. But, you know, it was kind of speculated at first that maybe it's because people know that she dies already. You know, like they had the biggest spoiler with this movie right here. Of course, we all know in Endgame, she fell to her death. You know, everybody knows that she... Damn, boy, that is... You know, I look at this and I like, she should make sure she looked pretty before she hit that
Right.
ground.
She was like, hold on, let me get it like
on the way
this.
down, she crimped her hair, put on some lipstick, made sure she got her
Well, that's the
pose.
thing about that play. If you die there, they at least give you the dignity of leaving a beautiful corpse.
She would have been splattered, bones would have been everywhere, sticking out her skin. But I like the way she hit the ground and just made even put down a centerfold pose right there.
She knows how to tuck and roll.
Yeah, no bullshit. If she knew
She'd
how to
still be alive.
If she knew how to tuck and roll, her ass would still be here.
Well, there's only so much tucking and rolling you can do from that height.
Shit, no, that would be splattered all over the ground right there. But everybody knows that she's gone now, and a lot of people thought that maybe, you know, why should I care? I know she ain't even alive no more, which is fair, you know. But that's not true. We see stuff all the time where, you know, we tell the stories of people that are already gone. You know, good movies out there that tell the stories of people that are not with us anymore. Darth Vader episode. Obi-Wan Kenobi's getting the show. There you go. So here's Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Rebels. That's good. You know, telling backstories. So that's out the way right there. But I don't think that's the case. You know, with this movie right here that's coming up, Black Widow, this takes place after Civil War. And I like it. I love this movie. And this is the favorite of many people out there, out of all the movies that they have. Maybe except for Infinity War and Endgame. But for a lot of people out there, they say, all right, after that, that's my favorite one right there. That's my
Winter
joint.
Soldier.
Yeah, exactly. What would you say that's on your list?
It's right where you said. It's the
Kind of third or second, depending on how you take it.
Right. I put Infinity War and Endgame together as one.
Yeah.
So that makes Winter Soldier.
I
second.
love it because, again, it's not only a spy story, but it's a fugitive on the run story, too. They say you're going to see elements of that along with probably something like a Jason Bourne movie.
Yeah.
With this movie right here, you got to keep in mind with Black Widow coming out at the time it does and being a prequel, which it is. You're getting a movie that's more pulled back when you start getting a fugitive on the run story or a spy story like this.
Sure.
You know, because we just got off of an epic conclusion with Endgame.
Yeah.
50%.
You know, this is something that, you know, was ended with probably the most superheroes and explosions and aliens and spaceships all on the same screen at the same time. Yeah, that's going to be hard to top for years.
Exactly. You don't even want to go close to that.
Nah.
You want to pull way back.
Somewhere James Cameron saying, Marvel.
Oh, you know him. He's going, that's okay. That's okay. You wait till Avatar 7 comes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I got my cats.
Yeah. More cats.
Yeah, more cats.
CG, more cats. Press the copy paste. Even with a movie right after Endgame where they say, you know what? Okay, now this is the one where you can sit back, take a breather. This is one where you can relax. You know, sit back and just take it easy as we destroy Europe. Yeah, yes, man.
Come on, quit playing.
You know when he landed, he was like, shit.
My biscuits are burning.
But Spider-Man Far From Home. That was supposed to be the breather.
No, you're right.
That's what we were supposed to actually rest with until the next big thing. As I said, all these other movies, man, including that one, they had explosions, they had big climactic supervillain battles, they had aliens, they had monsters like you saw in Spider-Man Far From Home. This movie don't have that.
Right.
It has none of that.
Right.
As you see from right here, as we said, and as we said, this is more pulled back. Before I continue, what did you think about this trailer?
I dug the fact that it is pulled back and it is the spy thriller that a Black Widow movie needs to be. Also, got to see the younger version of General Thunderbolt Ross.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, they're tying this back into the Hulk now.
Yeah, but boy, they bought that de-aging software and they using them. They
No,
getting their money's
I'm
worth.
telling you.
Shit, I'm surprised you don't see Robert De Niro like that. Yeah, they ain't getting their money's worth out that
They
shit.
are. They really are.
Like,
They
we
really
paying
are.
for that shit. Goddamn, we gonna use it.
What I
They gonna make Marvel babies next.
Say, bring your old ass over here. Put that on there.
But Spider-Man Far From Home, that was what the end cap to what phase was that? Was that phase 3, phase 2?
Phase 4.
Phase 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was really the end cap to this. And this is the beginning of phase 5.
Yeah.
And just with the little things they've picked up from these other movies, little things I'm seeing, it seems like this is the point where they start to launch it, where there's the first part of where they're going to take the next phase.
Yeah. But now keep in mind it's a teaser, but I think a lot of people, after having said what we said right now, no superheroes, no supervillains, no big battles, no explosions, no aliens, no monsters, no creatures, no magic, no wizards, none of that crazy shit that's going on. You look at this and you think, well, all of those were the money shot. What's the money shot right here? Soldiers just falling from the sky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shouldn't she flying through the sky?
Flying through the sky, just making it rain. That's your, for this teaser right here. That's the money shot.
She jumps out. She's like, I guess I'll figure this shit out later. You know how I'm gonna land, but I gotta get away from these motherfuckers.
You know,
Well, I guess if somebody's shooting at you, that is the priority.
Yeah.
you know what'd be
Either
funny
way.
if she landed and looked like that.
Oh, not again.
That is your money shot right there. And there's nothing really big happening when you put it in the context of everything else. And no, David Harbour, his big ass punching somebody else does not count as a big superhero moment. Even that's pulled back a little bit. See, the thing that I've been hearing people talk about with this, they're saying, it's not that I'm not with this. It's not that I'm not down. You know, it's not that I ain't pulling no anti-feminist shit. I'm glad old girl got a movie. I've been waiting on it. Shit, I'd rather watch that than that Captain Marvel shit that was out there. But Captain Marvel, that's what some people say. But Captain Marvel, she look like a superhero movie. A movie. Some people are saying, well, we're getting right here. It looks like something that you see on Disney Plus. Now, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think that the money is there. It's just that people, they when they look at this, they're not seeing the same big epic things that we saw in these other movies.
Right, but as you bring up Captain Marvel, we saw those big epic things, and yet there was a lot of money spent on Flash.
Yeah.
But when we
Not a lot of
left, we were kind
substance.
of like,
Still hungry.
I mean,
Yeah,
but a lot of
yeah.
people, a lot of people were still great with that. Sometimes it's not a matter of what was it, if it's in there or not, or what they do with it. It's not a matter of what they do with all the Flash and the special effects. Is it there? Are they using it? I want to see things get big. See, this is nothing that should surprise people if you're into the comics, because this is based actually on a series of comics of Black Widow where she was on the run from S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah, and this is actually one of the best Black Widow series.
But it's taken from that.
Yeah.
So comic book fans should be getting what they want, but I do believe like it's just something that kind of just, again, man, you train people to think a certain way, and that's what they expect. All these movies have been a progression. All these movies have been a build up to Endgame, and with that, except for things like people don't give a fuck about, like an Ant-Man. Ant-Man gonna be broke all the time, so who cares? but he's an Ant-Man, But when you look at this,
Well, they still the Ant-Man and the Wasp was still built up to Endgame.
it was part of it, but people kind of said, all right, this is still kind of an appetazer or a side dish. This ain't really the main course. But
Leftover.
Black Widow had but Black Widow has been part of this buildup. She's been part of this
Since Iron Man 2.
Since Iron Man 2. And
Yeah.
ever since then, they've ramped it up.
Yeah.
And I think people see her as being part of that progression.
Yeah.
And people have seen that progression overall. And when they see something where they don't see that now, they're just kind of like, yeah, that ain't the Marvel that I'm used to seeing.
But we also have to keep in mind this is a teaser trailer. This is not
That's
the
what
trailer.
yeah.
And there may be something really epic that we see in the full trailer. The first, the 1 and 2 or whatever they want to do. That's and second off, calm the down. Seriously, calm down.
You know what? I've said that for years.
I know, but I'm
And
just
it-
gonna.
don't worry.
I'm gonna get mine out. Goddamn it!
you
I'm
could-
still gonna get mine out.
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, get it all out.
I mean, I
Calm
guess
the down.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel good to say it,
and why it does make you feel good to say it? It makes you feel great to say it.
You know what? Get it. Do it for you.
Yeah, okay.
Because ain't nobody out there listening to you.
Right, ain't nobody listening. But the reason I said this, and this is coming from somebody who, I'm not crazy about this teaser. I mean, I'm not going, this looks dumb. But I wasn't blown away by it either. I'm just like, okay, it's a teaser.
You know what,
it,
Billy?
It didn't suck. Let me just check and see what they got next for me, and I'll see it.
And you hit it right there. A lot of people, it's hard for them to accept that I wasn't blown away.
Yeah, if it didn't blow me away, then it sucks.
Yeah.
Right. It's all or nothing.
Because I'm on the internet and nothing can be middle ground.
Yeah. We complain about, man, all these explosions. Michael Bay's a mother.
I know.
And then when you don't blow shit up, people just kind of like, well, I don't, that's kind of weak.
That's like some Trump shit. I'm going to testify, just not on Wednesdays.
Yeah. People even complain about things that, listen, I get it. Because they're even talking about some of the villains, or the main villain in the movie. Because I looked at it too. They're talking about, man, the name of the main villain is Taskmaster. And they showed a picture of him right here. And they're like, man, that's a mother dirt bike rider right there. There ain't no Taskmaster.
Well, see, that's another dumb thing. See, they gotta cater to people who don't read this shit like you do. I didn't know who the hell that was.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh, there's a guy who's got a weapon, and boy, I bet he's gonna play a bigger part later on. And that's enough for me, because I don't know what's happening. I gotta wait and see the film.
But Taskmaster's not somebody I see and I go like, oh shit, they got him in here. I'm like, oh yeah, his ass is here.
Hey, okay, cool.
See, I don't know one way or the other.
Yeah, but if it's important enough, they'll explain it to you.
Sure.
Yeah, they'll explain it to you.
I just saw somebody there, and that's that.
And I'll tell you what, nobody gave a about Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. Everybody thought that was a tool set you bought at the Home Depot. Nobody gave a Shell, I looked at this and I'm disappointed because I thought this shit was a G.I. Joe crossover. I thought it was Snake.
Shit, I was like, I'll be even sillier. I was embarrassed to say that. I was like, oh man, Hawkeye got a new costume. And when I didn't see Martin react, I was like, never mind. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Ever since they talked about Hawkeye or Jeremy, what's his name?
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner, they're talking about he might be beating his wife. They're like, well, put this mask on and just say that's him under there. But a lot of people looking at it, and they're not giving it time. They're like, well, shit, man, where's his hood at? Where's his hoodie? And it's like, man, he's got a hood behind him right
They
here.
don't want it to look stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks cool in a comic book.
Yeah.
He put him looking like that on the screen. I'd be like, oh, come on, guys.
Yeah. How you gonna be stealthy wearing a big ass white hood and a cape?
Right. And a sword.
And pirate boots.
Yeah. And gloves.
Yeah.
Got these big ass gay ass gloves on his
Right, you can't do that. Yeah.
Looking like the Grand Dragon and shit. Look, when you look at it, think how many heroes or villains have changed their costumes. It looks kind of close to Crossbones.
Yeah.
Nobody complained about him. They are putting out some, and people even commented on it and saw it. They have concept art of Taskmaster out there, and it looks fine.
Yeah.
I don't see what the problem is. If they do that, though, like I said, the only thing that was missing was the hood, and when you saw him in that shot. So, I don't know, man. I think it's a lot of people being very, very hasty right now. One thing they're good at is looking at their own heroes and villains and saying that's stupid and changing it.
Yeah.
It's not cinematic.
Yeah, it's not.
It works here. It will not work out there.
It will not work there.
We can do better.
But I get it. Some people look at the villains in this teaser and saying, wow, villain don't even look like a super villain. A lot of people probably are looking at this and saying, as far as a spy genre goes, especially with a female, not really seeing a whole lot of different here. Sure, it's a character that I like, and it's probably going to lead up into something bigger with Marvel. But when you think about the female spy genre, there's some cool action in there. But I've seen spy movies with females where they've done it better. 2017 we had Charlize Theron with Atomic Blonde. Which, look, I wasn't crazy about the movie, but I did say, damn, they were able to put in some amazing action into this movie.
Fight scenes were brutal.
Fight scenes were brutal.
Look, she was really whipping ass in that movie. Sorry.
With a shoe. Beating up down with a shoe. But you look at this and they're doing things we've seen before, like, we're going to stop and point our guns at each other. We've seen that over and over again. Saw it recently in The Mandalorian, something that we see all the time. So I can get people coming in there and saying that I don't see anything in there that's knocking me out, really.
And also the good to see you again brother,
Yeah,
sister.
sister.
You know, yeah, there was that kind of.
Yeah, you bitch, you know my name. You know, shut the
Good to see you again, please. What is accent? But anyway, I know I'm beating that dead horse. I know.
How many?
That horse is gonna come back to life. You did it one more time. God damn.
And beat you. This is just a personal pet peeve with me, because it's getting to the point now. Anytime you have a female spy that's from Europe, they always got to be involved in the ballet somehow. You know, they got to be ballerinas. You know, somehow. We've seen that with.
And she started that.
What's that?
That's always been a part of that character since,
Is that all?
since the 60s.
Because now you're seeing it in movies all the
No,
time.
no. When we saw the movie Red Sparrow, the whole time I was like, this is the whole Black Widow origin.
Oh.
It's like they ripped it off.
You know, I could see that. But now that, you know, but for people who might not realize that, they're seeing this before they see this movie. So now they see something like Red Sparrow. They see something like what we just, one of the things that I was going to mention, John Wick. John Wick has a big ballerina scene in there, and they're even coming out with a movie called Ballerina. It's a assassin / dancer that's coming out. Hey, man, they done crazy shit in this movie. So.
True.
So, you know, the ballerina thing might be a little, for some people don't know. I said, you know, you said they started that with her.
Mm-hmm.
For some people don't know, it might seem
And them starting
cliche.
with her, it was probably because in Russia they were really doing something to that effect.
This is another thing I might understand. I know that you like the character, and I like this actor. I don't know too much about the character, but this is something that is kind of bothering me with the actor. Can we stop fat shaming David Harbour, man?
know.
Can we just stop?
I know,
You know, okay?
I know.
Look at him. He's even like, come on, y'all leave me alone.
Leave me alone, man.
Why is it about I was picking on me?
You know, quit fat shaming. Man, the Sheriff Hopper, man, that's been his whole thing. I'm fat. You know, no, because people try to say, oh, no, he's got a dad bod. No, you're fat. You know, but that's fine.
Well, he was in shape for Hellboy.
That was a
Negro,
suit,
that
man.
was-
Come on.
That was prosthetics up in there.
Well, he still didn't get fat shamed for it.
And you know what? Here's the funny thing. In Hellboy, listen, I'm not even lying, man. In Hellboy, he has a six-pack.
Yeah.
The character has it. Not him, but the character has a six-pack. It's right there. You can see it. You know what they call him? Fat Hellboy. They still call him Fat. They still call him Fat Hellboy. Yes.
That's messed up. Come on.
They still call him Fat Hellboy. And
That's messed up.
here's the real thing, Billy. The character that he's playing in here is Red Guardian. You look at Red Guardian is ripped.
It's swole.
It's swole. He's ripped. He's defined.
Ready
He's
to roll.
muscular. And in the movie, they still made him fat. They're like, we're trying to eat, please.
And he's over there laughing.
Did you not do that?
Yeah, see, he's ripped in the cops, but they got to do some incredible shit with him. Oh, you got fat.
And did you hear that? She even told him. She said, you got fat.
That's what I'm saying. It's some incredible
Jesus.
shit.
They're carrying over jokes from Stranger Things. You're fat. I would defend him, but he don't give a.
No, it works for him now. Yeah. Now at the craft service table, he can sit over there and eat
Yep.
while the handsome leading men are over there starving.
Hell yeah, David
How
Harbour.
all them sit-ups, man.
And I don't mind saying fat, because David Harbour, he said, shit, that's me now. He put pictures out there just in case you didn't know. just in case you thought I was acting or pulling a Christian Bale. Nah, mother, I'm fat.
What's he doing that for?
Because he's fat.
Yeah, but I mean, why?
Because he wants, you know what? He wants to let him know for the next audition and for his agent, this is what you get.
Right.
You
right,
better hire a
right,
role that
right.
wants a fat man.
Don't. I don't want to hear no. If you just lose that last 15, like nah.
David Harbour said, yeah.
Don't send me
I'm
no
going to
diet
Wendy's
books.
as soon as I leave here.
Yeah. David Harbour said, bitch, I ain't trying to move. I ain't trying to get no Oscar. I'll eat that motherfucker.
I better be having
You say, I'm
chocolate
going to
inside
Wendy's
of it.
right after that. Shit, I'm going to Popeyes. Getting myself 5 chicken sandwiches. I love the guy. Don't get me wrong. Love him. And I'm even looking forward to him in the movie. But I just thought it was funny. Like, yep, you're a fat again. You know, it's like,
Well, he is older.
Yeah, and that big ass jaw always kind of made him look big anyway.
Yeah.
He's always had that jaw.
That's true.
yeah. So, you know, I just thought that's something that we again, people probably saying, seen it so they worked that
It's still
joke.
lovable at this point.
That-
it hasn't gotten old yet.
I think some people they work that joke to death in Stranger Things, and that works for Stranger Things. Give this man a break, right? Excuse me, right here. That fucking.
No, I was gonna say he's time to take a break.
Ooh, and in Stranger Things, he died in Russia.
That's the dumbest theory that I've heard about this movie.
Oh, that he's Hopper?
Oh Jesus!
No, that's
I'm
a
not
theory.
bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting you. There is a theory, and of course it's a fan theory because the real people wouldn't make some shit like this up.
Right.
They said, spoiler right here, in Stranger Things, Hopper, they say he died in Russia, but you didn't see a body.
Right,
so they
right,
say
right.
that in the next season he's going to be there. But they're saying that but that's a connection. They said the whole time he's been missing. He's been the Red Guardian.
Oh no!
They said, yeah, he was over there. So, y'all will take the tiniest shit. I think that some things that get people who worried here too is like if this trailer's not blowing me over, then I'm thinking that you're doing something else, Marvel, and that is this is not really a Black Widow movie. Yeah, it is, and it might be entertaining, but this is a lead up to what she was saying. This is to introduce now that we can't use Scarlett Johansson anymore. She's dead. She wants to go on with her career. She's making dramas now. She's trying to get an Oscar out there. We're getting our new Black Widow, and this is an introduction to that. Yelena Belova,
Right.
and Yelena Belova, that is who we saw as
Yeah.
Frances Pugh.
Yeah.
Who, and if she looks familiar, she made the saddest bouquet in Midsummer.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah, she ordered that shit for Mother's Day.
Why you send me this?
Yeah, this is Midsummer, which is the movie
Is
that I
it Francis
love.
or Florence? I can't
Florence Pugh.
okay.
Florence Pugh. That's the movie where they just terrorize ass the whole film.
We only do this every 90 years.
She's like, God damn.
They terrorize ass that whole movie, man.
I've never seen Midsummer.
Oh, it's one of our favorite movies.
Yeah.
of the
Yeah, I heard
year,
y'all
man.
talk about it. I really do
Yeah,
want to see
no, it's a
it.
brilliant film. Love it.
for it on Redbubble.
But yeah, listen, ultimately, this just might come down to people being underwhelmed, simply just underwhelmed by a teaser. That's it. And that's what happens all the time,
Most
man.
teasers are underwhelming.
They are. I have a lot of confidence that it's what happens with the internet. You get used to it. I know Billy said calm the f- down, but it's the internet. This is the I guess the what is it the phases that we go through with these things. Until we get to the movie and everybody's like, "Oh man, I always said that shit was gonna be good."
I know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I told you, man.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't tell me shit.
But we'll
Two
see.
old men sitting next to each other.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.